The gentle melody of Beethoven's Sonata No. 30 fills the living room of Cynthia Siebert's Brookside home. Siebert is the president and founder of the Friends of Chamber Music, and she invited pianist Garrick Ohlsson to rehearse with her piano a Steinway Model C concert grand. Ohlsson's seated at the century-old instrument.
If you're a concert pianist, you have to be on the road a lot. That's just, the late, great Vladimir Horowitz, he was the most famous pianist in the 20th century, and he decided that he didn't want to go to Europe or Asia, and so the audience should come to New York to hear him, so he sold tickets for foreigners only. But I think he was the only one who could get away with that. Since people won't come to hear me, I got to go to play for them. So in that way, we're like wandering troubadours.
Ohlsson is one of the many touring performers who spent hours perfecting his technique on Siebert's Steinway. Siebert says having a world-class musician practice in your living room sounds romantic, but it's not.
Real practice is not pleasant to listen to, but it varies a lot from artist to artist. The repetitiveness can drive some people crazy. I know what it's like because I'm a pianist, so I'm somewhat conditioned.
Your practice time is incredibly important. Some people even say that not quite to me, but this is like imagining a bad scenario. Somebody says, well, what do you need to practice that Beethoven Sonata for? You've played it before. It's like saying to somebody who's about to run a marathon, well, why do you have to train? I mean, you've done that before. Oh yeah, right, we understand that peak athletes have to train and retrain, and we have to train too for athletic and musical reasons.
Both Ohlsson and Siebert say it's the long hours of intense rehearsal that burn a performance into the muscle memory. Again, Cynthia Siebert.
It's not like riding a bicycle. You're an athlete of the tiny muscles, so you have to maintain 4 to 8 hours a day as much as possible. Now, with the travel, it's not always possible. And the pianists have a difficulty unlike any other instrumentalists. Every piano is so radically different, so they have to come in and adjust. The color of one note may make them change exactly how they phrase a particular moment.
Over his 40-year career, Ohlsson has played on pianos of all shapes and sizes. And for him, with the puzzle of each new piano he encounters, there are also great pleasures.
That's kind of the challenge and sometimes the joy. As a matter of fact, there have been many times in my career where I have not liked a piano at the beginning of a practice session in a hall and wound up loving it because I got to know what it could do rather than what I thought it wasn't doing at first. It's a profession where until the concert happens in the evening, you're totally responsible. And then even if you can relax after the concert, still the next day you've got to travel to the next place and then be responsible again. So there is enormous pressure.
It's important to Siebert to find small ways to relieve some of the pressure that plague performers.
Our job is to make their lives as simple and as streamlined as possible because we ask these people to go on stage and to bare their hearts in front of us. And that's a very difficult thing to do. We can hardly do it with our most beloved people, but we ask that of artists every day.
Siebert says she hopes that by sharing her piano, she gives her artists a taste of the comforts of home.